Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty indeed, as always. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube, obviously. How you guys doing? We've got 26 amazing peeps in the house here right now, and they're all going to be filing out in just a second here. As you guys are seeing, there we go. Brian Rock, how you doing? Great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Obviously, my name is being attached to the name of the channel now, which you guys are noticing. That must be a new update for YouTube, apparently, there. So, guys, give me the thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. Bus is jumping in with the first Super Chat donation of the channel already. Any second now, you're going to see Bus jumping up over here and down below. Larry Nguyen subscribing to the channel as well. I appreciate that. Bus, there you go as well. You are officially in effect. Guys, just to segue right into that, if you guys wish to donate to the channel, as Buzz has just done now right now, and become an official sponsor of the stream, you guys will have your name and lights down below in the description box. If you're catching this on the replay, it's there now. Naturally, hit that little $sign at the bottom of your chat box, as well as PayPal donations, all that fun stuff you can find down in the description box, as well as the first pinned comment. A little goes a long way, and I greatly appreciate that. And also consider becoming a patron, as little as $1+ per month. And it definitely helps the channel out. Let me just tell you right now. Guys, 32 amazing peeps in the house. Thanks so much for jumping on. You guys can hear me okay and see me okay as well. That is awesome. Let's see who we've got here in the chat. Let's see. Starting off at the very top here. Ben Nguyen, Lord Darkside. What's going on? Great to see you guys on here as well. Drew's Food Reviews. And in parentheses, Drew's Food Reviews. That's kind of cool. They have my Ian K actually next to Peep This Out now. That's kind of nice, actually. Shelly G, thanks so much for jumping on as well. Tony A, Erna, our 80s aficionado, thank you so much for being here as always. And no, I have never met anyone as crazy as you with the 80s stuff, but that's actually a very good thing because I appreciate you add such color and flair to the stream, and that's an awesome situation right there. Let's see, we've got Freddie Foodie King in effect. Thanks so much for jumping on, Freddie, as always. Max Xavier Quintanilla, or Quintanilla, hopefully the L's are silent. Hopefully I didn't just butcher that. But again, thank you so much for jumping on. We got Dom's World in the house as well. Derek Levesque as well too. Stanley Navarro, Larry Nguyen, V Tantry. Greetings from California as well. Sweltering in the heat. A few more days left of this heat wave and we'll see what happens here. It's been a very interesting week and I'll tell you about it in just a second. Ginger Fit Dad, yo, how you doing? Great to see you. Yeah, Tony A, the name looks different for Drew's Food Reviews as well. Yes, it looks like that's an update. That's I guess that's new for YouTube. I'm cool with it. I guess whenever you're putting in and you're creating your channel, they, you know, all the information that you fill in, they're pulling out and filtering. So they may have a channel name, but they have an actual person's name if you set it up that way, I guess. Which is kind of cool, actually. I like that. And that's Cervantes. Thanks so much for jumping on, of course. I think I may have mentioned. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, we've got now I think we're kind of caught up here. Brian Rock, Refn, thank you so much for jumping on. Stanley Navarro, Tony Schultz, and Buzz, of course, jumping in with the Super Chat donation. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Buzz. Hopefully you're doing all right. Disney is open in full force, I know. So I can only imagine how that's going on. We got Sub in the house here as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. And you guys are all giving me the thumbs up. So everything is looking good and sounding good here right now, which is awesome. Johnny's watching with your girlfriend right now. Love your content. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I have a lot of fun producing it. It's always a blast, and I'm glad you're digging it. And also for watching and being here live right now. I appreciate that as well. Saber Fan, thanks so much for jumping on. What it be, what it do? What's up with Peep This Out stealth camping videos? Love all the videos. I appreciate that, Saber. I appreciate that. I think Ken has got that market wrapped up pretty nicely because that actually is his forte. He's definitely killing it with the stealth camping videos. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. And yes, Bus, again, reminding, don't forget about Patreon. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Let's see. Larry Nguyen, have I tried the El Pollo Loco Tostada? Yes, that's actually not new. They keep bringing things out like they're going to be new, like it is new. But that's been around for a long time. I've had that a million times. It's tasty. Not bad, you know, for what it is. Freddie Foodie King, 80s rule. Oh, yeah. You already know what it is. Nick. What's up, my friend? Great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping on. How hot is it in Cali right now? Well, I can tell you the real feel, according to my map here. What's cooler now? It's about 676. It was in like the 80s and 90s around this time, the last couple of days. And during the day, it's been close to 100 plus. I'm going to tell you guys what's been going on here this past week. It's been kind of a crazy week for me. for sure. But we've got some content out earlier in the week. There's actually a couple that are behind schedule slightly. I usually go a couple of days and then there's like a new video that you'll see, a new review. And then we have the live stream that comes in. So typically, bare minimum, usually there's like 3 videos a week plus the live streaming. So like 4, give or take. This week it looks like there was 2, and it was 2 from Domino's actually, which kind of came in at a good time because that was actually the beginning of the heat wave when this was beginning. That was filmed late last week. And then into this current week is when you saw them. And then some craziness, which I'll tell you about in just a second over here. But obviously, if you guys are keeping score, naturally Domino's I just mentioned for you guys, the stuffed cheesy bread returning. That was the unofficial sequel. I guess maybe it is a sequel to 7+ years in the making. Returning to Domino's to try something that I don't know why I hadn't tried since I actually tried the first version of it. I don't know why I moved on. But I wanted to go on back and give that a shot again, and that was a blast to check out. A lot of you guys really enjoyed that, and I greatly appreciate it. And then shortly I was thinking about it, and I followed that one up shortly with the cinnamon version of their cinnamon bread twists for 2021. So I really like that. Guys, let me ask you a question. One for thumbnails. Do you guys like seeing, like just looking at my content, would you rather just see the food by itself, or would you want to see me holding the food up like I've been doing, usually on the left or to the right or in the middle, depending upon what it is? What do you like to see? Because I'm kind of gauging a little bit of input because I want to kind of change things and make things varied. Like I'll still occasionally have myself in thumbnails, of course, if it goes the way I think it's going to go by asking this question. But do you guys like pictures where it's just the food by itself? I mean, just kind of just gauging to see what you guys think for that. All right, back into the chat here. We're going to get started with these reviews here in just a second. This should be a lot of fun for you. And again, thanks so much for jumping on here right now. Dom's World had a chance to finally rent Godzilla vs. Kong. It was good. The ending was unexpected. Yes, he was Team Kong, thought Mechagodzilla was awesome. Yes, it was definitely an awesome film. I enjoyed it immensely. I've actually seen it, I think, 4 or 5 times on HBO. So it's banging. It really is. 103 in NorCal. Craziness. 99 in Portland, Oregon for Gingerfit Dad. Yeah, it is definitely summertime. It's on and popping. You already know what it is. And this is not the fun time for me here in Southern Cali. It is sweltering. Drew says he spoke to Jack in the Box to make the Peep This Out meal, but they went with the Millie meal instead. Sorry, bro. I'll keep trying. Yeah, I can't compete with Jason Derulo there, Drew. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. I appreciate the forethought though, and the ability to give that a go, man. I really did. But you know what? It's kind of cheating on Mickey D's because that was the original plan. So shame on you. Shame on you. Lord Darkside, am I the only one who is even on a hot day and I still can't take a cold shower? Wow. I've been trying to do that ever since this whole thing has began, and even still, I'll still put myself through it considering what I've been going through during the day. It's pretty crazy right now. Nishino, either thumbnail is fine, but I personally like the one with you holding the food doing a funny expression. Okay, cool. Duly noted, Nishino. And again, guys, jump on over to Nishino's channel, of course. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. He is definitely doing it over there on his channel, having a blast putting out the foodie content as well. Definitely fun stuff, Nishino. Absolutely, man. I appreciate the feedback. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Chicago, what's going on? How you doing? Gingerfit Dad, I'm going to watch Fatherhood this weekend on Father's Day. Yes, I want to see the new Kevin Hart flick. Absolutely. I definitely want to check that out. Absolutely. Hello to Scott. Scott Messerschmidt, thank you so much for jumping on. Tony A, I like how you've been doing the thumbnails, mixing it up, keeping it unique, and I like it. Cool. Okay. Definitely. Let's see. Chicago, any future collabs? Working on a few things. Some fun stuff. Derek Leveske, I like just the food by itself. YouTube won't push your videos unless there is a face in the thumbnail. I don't know if that's true or not. I gotta be honest, I don't know if that's true or not. But I like the variation of kind of just showing the food every so often. It kind of gives me a break sometimes too, to be honest. So you're probably gonna see me every so often kind of doing that, depending upon what the product is and based upon how the chat goes here. I'm gonna see if you guys want me to continue on with what I've been doing. But like I said, I kind of want to mix it up and change it up just slightly as well. But we'll see. Nick, have I tried Georgia Gold Chicken from KFC? Yes, when it first came out, absolutely. I love that video. I think that one was Billy Zane was the KFC Colonel back then. Actually, if you remember Billy Zane, he was actually in Titanic. He played pretty much the mean guy, I guess, in Titanic at the same time. And also another movie that a buddy of mine is producing, actually, that should be coming out soon, which I can't say the name of just yet. But I had a chance to see an advanced version or advanced preview of it, which is going to be pretty cool. But he's actually in that movie also, which is kind of cool. So definitely. Drew says he likes the thumbs with you in the pics, but you need more hats. Sir Hattis Maximus, I can't top you in any particular way like that, Drew. You have that market too. Just as KBD Productions, Ken Domick has stealth camping, on lock naturally. You have the hat game on lock there, Drew. So I don't want to encroach on some other person's situation, so to speak. Ricard, Elizabeth Ricard, thanks so much for jumping on. Great to see you. Great to see you. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing all right. Let's see. Derek Levesque. At least that's what the Good Mythical Morning says. Okay, so you need to be in the actual thumbnail for the YouTube to really do something with that. We may have to test that theory out with certain things. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Jason Callan, did you know that there is Mexican street corn Cheetos? Yes, I actually just saw that in the store, but I didn't want to do that just yet, to be honest, because there's something else that I've actually been collecting here, which I wanted to kind of make sure I did first there naturally. But now I do want to come back and check that out at some point, Jason. But thanks so much for jumping on. Of course, that definitely looks pretty interesting for sure. I mean, it's Cheetos, right? I mean, it's got to have that nice cheesy base. Let's see here, going down the line. All right, so there we go. Johnny, answer my question. Hold on, let me see if I can switch on up from Johnny real quick here. If you ever see, if I get a little bit past the chat, because it's all over the place here, just cut and paste it, and I'll usually try and see it the next time around. Any keto-friendly foods for my girlfriend? I love the keto bars. I think God, I can't think of the name. I just bought this a couple of days ago for the wifey and I, actually. It's like some new, like it's an ice cream bar. It's a keto bar, though. I think it's Delish or Delicious something. Man, and the name escapes me right now. But that definitely is definitely an awesome thing, I got to tell you. Anything dessert-wise, keto-wise, of course, for something like that. But naturally, keto-friendly. I love the Oro Wheat keto bread. Believe it or not, actually, I've been digging that for sure. Definitely good stuff. Jason has the haggis review coming up tomorrow. Very cool. Very cool. Nice, 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 nice. Carl Broussard, when you go through Jack in the Box drive-thru for the next food review, you should tell the person that you had the Chipotle chicken sandwich and it was not good at all. Yeah, that's kind of a legendary video, and I always come back to it on why, one of the worst reviews that I've done fast food, because that was a bad one. That was a bad one. Absolutely it was. And you remember it too, obviously. Let's see here. Ricard, been crazy over here in Cervantes, but good to be back. Awesome, awesome. Sub says Billy Zane Demon Knight. Yes, tried the Mexican street corn for the first time. That was from Max Quintanilla. I'm curious about it. Like I said, I like the packaging, looks cool. I don't know why I didn't pick it up when I saw it, but I have some other things that I've got going on, so we'll have to see. Flamin' Hot Pepper Puffs, still haven't had those in my area here, Drew. Haven't seen those just yet. The review spot jumping in here as well. Big fan of the channel. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate that. And you have a check mark next to you as well, so you are verified. That's awesome. I appreciate you jumping on here right now. Homie hugs to all of the like-minded peeps out there, plugging in the content and doing it big. You already know what it is. Great to have you on. Angel Smith, did you try the new Little Caesars pepperoni Steve Trust stuffed crust pizza? Yes, 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 absolutely, Angel. Before you ask me those questions here, take a look real quick. Do a search on YouTube. Just put whatever it is and put peep after it. And 9 times out of 10, I've probably done it already. So, but yes, I enjoyed that immensely. Spoiler alert. It was banging, and of course, how could it not be, right? Plenty of cheese in the crust, pepperoni. I mean, it was really, really pretty amazing. Jason, what's up, Ian K? Have you ever been to Buffalo, New York? Years ago, believe it or not, when I was like maybe 11 or 12 years old, when I lived back east, and that was going for a family function or event up in Buffalo, New York that I vaguely remember, but I was such a little kid, back then. Haven't been recently. Nick, have you seen the movie Disney Pixar's Cars in theaters and on DVD? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's classic right there. Tiffany Shields, hey, thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate you coming on here tonight. All right, Johnny says, okay, we'll try it. Love you. I appreciate you. No worries, Johnny. Right back at you. Right back at you. Hope you guys are doing all right. Chad, coming at you from the Midwest. Is it just here in the Midwest, or has Taco Bell's quality gone downhill badly out in California as well? Really bad here in Wisconsin over the past couple of years. Now, you know what? Just to kind of squash some of these things, because this comes up every so often, and I'm kind of lead into that because you just brought in the quality of Taco Bell. Whenever I'm doing my drive-thrus, whenever I'm doing my reviews, I never specifically tell them what I'm doing, what I need to have made specifically in the way that's going to give the best representation of it. I order it straight as you see it when you see me doing those drive-throughs, and that it is. I mean, a lot of the locations in my area, they do make the stuff pretty well. When I get my stuff, it's rare for me to have an issue, but I do take that back. Well, no, actually, it is rare for me to have an issue lately. But in the past, if you take a look at the steakhouse burrito, I think it was from Taco Bell, that was a real problem. It's like somebody like they dumped the whole seasoning jar of whatever they put into like the seasoning, and it was so salty, I remember. So it was a steakhouse burrito. I don't think it was the nachos. Steakhouse burrito, I think is what it was. So but again, your mileage may vary. I mean, it's fast food. Sometimes what happens in one location, unfortunately, may happen in others. But the goal is to kind of give it the benefit of the doubt. But do take it back and have them try and make it right for you if for some reason it doesn't work out. I mean, that's rule number one. Everyone always comments like, oh, it was horrible, I'll never go back there, and it did this and this. But did you go back and have them try and fix what the issue was? Hopefully it's something that could have been corrected, at least. Let's see, going down the line. Let's see, you guys are all chatting away up over here. Sub says Taco Bell is horrible. It's all good. Well, guys, let me just tell you straight out right now, the beginning of this week, the heat was ridiculous here. And I don't know if that was the reason or the cause, but for some reason I developed probably one of the nastiest migraines I think I have had like in a very, very long time. I couldn't necessarily continue my filming schedule this week only because of the pain that I was in severely. I was almost to the point where I wanted to go to the hospital. That's how I was feeling at some point. But much less look at a screen to do any editing or anything in those lines. So thankfully I was a little bit ahead of the game with my Domino's stuff. And I wanted to kind of split those off a day apart from each other, just so it wasn't so long before you guys had some new content at the same time. But naturally, it kind of is what it is here. So at least we have tonight we have obviously the stream. I'm feeling somewhat decompressed at the moment right now, so it's naturally not exactly the best for me. But at the same time, just trying to come off of what's going on here right now. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens here. But at the same time, like I said, it's great to be on. It's great to be with you guys, of course. And of course, naturally, we've got an amazing group of people here in the chat. You already know what it is. It is just awesomeness all around here right now as well. So jumping back on over to the chat, let's see who we've got in the house here again. We've got Nick saying, Ian, have you seen the THX logo with the robot fixing the THX logo? Not lately. Not lately on that. Not lately. But at the same time, you gotta love Pixar. And especially THX if that's the same thing. Let's see. Review spot. I hope you don't mind me asking this, but I'm always curious to know from creators that have been doing this so long. Okay. I am engaged. Review spot. Ask away. Ask away. Let's see here. Let's see. Sammy, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see. Have you ever had moments of being burned out and wanting to make content you're known for? We all go through little fits of like some, I wouldn't say creative block. And granted, with the type of content that I make and the context that I have in the area, there's always something that's coming out, something coming up, and things that I'm always kind of like, I've got my ear to the ground kind of listening. But the goal is to kind of keep things fresh. Review. I think that's probably the main thing, is at the same time, you may be known for one particular thing, but what can you possibly do to maybe elevate it to a different way, whether it's a different filming style or a different style that maybe kind of like gets you going, so to speak. I mean, naturally, a lot of us, I think, are on autopilot with how we make the content. It's usually the same type of format, and there's little incremental things that you do along the way. The goal is you don't want to do a major shift really quick and then have people go like this. I mean, that may work for some creators, but when you're used to a certain thing, you want to kind of change it out, I think a little bit there, or make some adjustments and changes there. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I've gone through, outside of the intros and things like that as well, to actually not even having an intro really anymore, but having some type of stinger to kind of give you, like, which channel you're watching, that type of thing, outside of maybe recognizing me. But at the same time, the goal is to try and make it fresh for the creation portion of it there. There are some creators that love filming, that love creating. There are those who don't like to film, but they love the process of putting the product together. The goal is to find the happy medium between the two. So we all have, times where it feels like, oh, I don't really want to feel like having the same exact thing again, or it's just another burger with another type of sauce or that type of thing. What can you do differently outside of everybody else doing the similar type of thing? That's the goal, to try and stand out as much as possible. Review spot coming up on 9,000 videos, and it happens to me too. Yes, I have about 1,200 plus right there. So, I mean, naturally for me going out, you know, depending upon the type of content as well, the frequency that you put out content may have a lot to do with that. That can actually lend towards burnout quicker. The goal is to not be so hard on yourself to try and put that stuff out where it feels like, oh my God, I have to have something out. And if I don't have this out, then it's going to be like a huge problem on the channel. What I found in the last few days is just watching the performance of me not having something out for like a day or so more than usual is exactly the same type of view duration in terms of what I'm doing for watch time, you know, ad revenue stuff. It's all the same. So I really didn't feel like, oh my God, if I don't have something out. Maybe if it was like 2 or 3 years ago, I'd be saying something differently, even though I've been doing this for about 7+ years now. Even still, you always want to feel like you always have to put something out. You don't want to become a slave to the machine at the same time. You want to actually own the machine and make it as fun as possible for you. So try not to let it rule your life so you burn, and then naturally that could be a problem going forward there. So it's a little bit of a long-winded answer to your question, but hopefully you got that because it's nothing but love. Just going by my personal experience, of course. Let's see here. Going down. We're going to get into these reviews in just 1 second. I'm going to be going one at a time, actually, too. We're not going to split this one off today because I want to get through this for you guys. I think it should be a lot of fun that way as well. Glad to help review. Glad to help, of course. Teresa M. Is there one item that you have not reviewed yet that you would like to review, but it's not in your state yet? Yes, I wouldn't mind checking out the spicy Wendy's Pringles. Because I do have the Baconator one there naturally on the channel, and I would like to add that to the playlist. But usually when it comes to snacks and stuff like that, it was more of an anomaly to me even finding that the first time. But at the same time, I would love to see if that becomes available. That would be kind of cool to just have on the channel. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Let's see here. Plus, actually, I got to take that back. Anything from Culver's, anything from Whataburger, we just don't have these places here. So I would like to actually give that a go at some point. I do want to get a travel thing going at some point as well to actually try things in different states and to kind of do something like that. That really is something that I'd like to do when it's more feasible to me to do that and move about the country, so to speak, because of what's going on right now. Channel log, I see that you've changed the name slightly for a reason. If you're looking at my name here in the chat, that's actually something that YouTube has done. But it's always been Peep This Out. I've added the reviews portion at the end of it there. In the event of anything down the road, it'll always be a review of something. But naturally, high quality foodie features is my thing. So, you know, that's what I like to do for that. Drew, Ian is a beast with his high quality foodie videos. I appreciate that, Drew. I appreciate that. So is you as well, doing your thing live streaming too. I'm telling you right now, I haven't been watching too much YouTube this week at all, or much less anything because of just my head situation. And it was just mind numbing. It was really uncomfortable. But let me just tell you, I'm glad that, you know, I can kind of take a little bit of time. I thought about maybe trying to push something to have something out today. But again, just like talking about from Review Spot, naturally, it's just a matter of, you know, being okay mentally with that. It's just having that balance to feel like you don't need to put it out. It will be there. Your audience will be there for you. They know you put out content. I say it all the time. I have quality content, high quality foodie features every single week here on my channel. So I've never missed a week, even being in the hospital a few years back, and I've always had stuff out, so which is kind of cool. Sammy, they're adding some brand new stuff, and knows what's coming. Yes, the veggie stuff, and also the Rick and Morty drinks, obviously too. Put that in there as well too. That way, absolutely. Andrew, super chat donation jumping into effect here as well. Jumping in, Sammy's Wendy's as well. Look at that, it's jumping in. My chat is not updating to show me this here. Sammy's Wendy's, I apologize for that. That should be jumping in there as well too. You guys obviously are official sponsors of the channel. You guys will find your names down below in the description, of course. So naturally, I appreciate that. Andrew, have I tried Pepsi Blue? I still have not seen that here in the stores here, Andrew. I would love to check that out. But it is what it is. Chat is frozen. Okay. We're going to reset it really quickly here. I don't know what is up lately with Streamlabs with this. This happened last week as well. So hang on 1 second. We're going to stand by for about maybe 5 seconds. I'll jump back in. It'll reset. Hang on. And we're back. All right, there we go. Derek Levesque finally found Pepsi Blue. It's in my fridge. Haven't tried it yet. Very nice. Very nice. Very cool. Yes, I don't see Ed Keaton here this week at all, too. I'm not sure what is up with that. I'm not sure what is up with that. Victor, will you be trying the Mortys in the future? I was thinking about that. I was definitely thinking about that. We'll have to see. Poppy Eats, let me know if you really can't end up finding Pepsi Blue. You know I have a stockpile. Yes, Poppy, I appreciate that. And thanks so much for jumping on. Guys, jump on over to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff you always hear me say. Poppy Eats, doing his thing, of course. All right, you guys ready for some reviews here right now? I think we should just jump right into this here, and we'll get it going. So, guys, we're going to do a flurry, and a flurry as in 3, because I want to get these out of the way. I've been kind of collecting these here to kind of get these to go. So, if you guys are ready for the reviews right now, give me a flame emoji. I want to see if we can get everybody on board, and then we'll jump in here and get started. Can't believe today is June 18th, getting really close to the end of the month. Yes, I agree. I agree, Dom. It's getting craziness right now. Craziness. Erna, first one jumping in over there. We got the flames coming in. Good. There we go. Yes, that's right. Ed Keaton's birthday, I believe, was yesterday. So shout outs to Ed Keaton. You already know. I would expect nothing less. All right. Guys, it wouldn't be summertime without a little bit of summer heat naturally, right? And it also wouldn't be summertime without Lay's jumping in with tropical flavors, so to speak. This is going to be my little quick montage of reviews. I found mini versions of these, one mini version of these, and I was on the hunt for the other 2. I'm like, if they're coming out with one of these with these size bags just to try, I figured I would just give this a shot and go for all 3 at one time. So take a look. I know it's chips. I always say, you know, we got to move on from the chips at some point here, but considering the week that I've had and what I've been going through, we are going to be getting into all 3 of these here right now. Now, here's the thing. What I need to know is, which one do you guys want to see first? If you want to see the summer BLT, give me a tomato in the chat. If you want to see the chili mango, give me a pepper in the chat. And if you want to see wavy jerk chicken, give me a chicken head in the chat. I want to see who we going to see, which, I guess, emoji is going to probably lead it out between the 2. You guys have the floor right now to see which one goes first. And then we'll do it again for number 2. And then obviously that'll leave process of elimination. We'll have the 3rd one here. So let's give this a shot and see. We've got summer BLT, tomato, we have chili mango, we have a pepper, and we have wavy jerk chicken. Give me the chicken head in effect. So far I'm seeing the chili mango all over the place here already. We got chili. Yeah, I think we're going to have to start off with the chili right there. We're going to have to start off with the chili. Drew, where's the bacon coming from? Where's the bacon coming from, Drew? Oh, craziness. All right. It looks like chili mango it is. We are jumping in, starting off with chili mango. Take a look at this here, guys. Now, according to this in the very back, this variation is Get Tropical this summer. The fruity flavor of mango combined with spice and tang of chili peppers makes for a tropical treat. Now, if you guys remember way back, and this is actually, I remember this pretty intently too, because I was on my honeymoon actually. My wife and I flew to Florida, and then we took just a cruise down to like the Bahamas, and we did all that stuff all the way down St. Thomas and everything. I remember while I was away, I had the Lay's flavors during the summertime then, because we went around August, I think it was. It was August of that year in there as well. Tiffany, thank you so much for the soup chat donation. I appreciate that. Pair character doing a shaka sign with his hand saying cool. That's awesome. It actually describes it here in the chat. I really like that. Very cool. Tiffany, shout outs to you, an official sponsor of the stream tonight. I appreciate you greatly. There was a flavor of Lay's chips. I think it was like a fruit salad or some type of salad. It was something like a fruity mix. And I remember it tasted like a potpourri blend, which I did not like at all. So when I saw chili mango, I'm like, okay, look, we just did the pineapple habanero from Pringles last week, right? And those are pretty banging. I'm almost pretty much done with those. But this is going to be pretty interesting. So let's get right on into it right now and see what's going on here. Chili, the country, or the pepper from Chicago Log? Do I need to really answer that? Come on, man. Let's see here. Going on down the line. Let's see here. Erna left my birthdays, but I got blacked out. Best friend's birthday from Renette Cervantes. Fruit salad. Yes, it was like some type of, I think it was a mango also. I think if I'm not mistaken. I have to take a look at my playlist actually way back. But it was like a whole series of videos I had go live during that week while I was away that were all set up. And that was one of them, was the Lay's flavors. I think I did one where I was in front of the Rose Bowl, which I've done for a few things since that time. But anyway, jumping into this, as you can see, a nondescript foil bag. And again, very little on the inside. Oh, that actually smells like mango. It smells like mango juice, actually. Like the pineapple was really decent on the pineapple habanero. It just needed to be a little bit hotter, but the pineapple wasn't bad for those Pringles. This is very similar. Oh, okay. All right. I think this one may be decent here. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. My chat is locked up on my side. It's moving on your side, but it's not moving on my side. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with this here. Derek Levesque, Lay's potpourri flavor. Yep. Gingerfit Dad, meant to tell you, Reckless Eating shouted you out on a review. Nice, 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 nice. Which one was it? I have to get caught up if it's anything from this past week. Which review was it? Matt's always doing big things over there for Reckless Eating. Absolutely there. Always fun stuff there, without a doubt. Mi Familia from back in the day, without a doubt. All right, so chili mango. It looks like the standard potato chip, dusted, as always here. Let's give this a shot. Supposedly tropical blend. I'm already smelling the mango on this. So here we go, chili mango. Strong fruity flavor on this. I'm getting shades of that potpourri action again. It's a little too strong. Yeah, the mango is a little too strong, but whoa, the heat is coming up on the back end with this one. That's saving this slightly right now. I'm not digging the vibe. I like mango. I like dried mango especially. But it's a little off-putting with a chip initially. I'm not really digging it. But then the heat comes up on the back end. Man, I'm kind of conflicted with this right now. I'm conflicted. Dante Reed, what it do? Pineapple mango. What was that over there? I'm losing my chat again. Come on now. Guys, this is a live show, so things do happen. Sammy. Ian, do you know he's an amazing food reviewer who streams every Friday? He's very outgoing. I appreciate that, Sammy. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Poppy Eats, I didn't even bother with the other two after how weird this one was. Yeah, Poppy, I don't know, man. This is really strong in like that fruity potpourri vibe, and that's what I'm kind of getting from like the last time. And I guess I shouldn't be too surprised because it's the Lay's flavor. I think it's the same type of formula they're using with this one. No, not initially. The saltiness hits right away. Strong fruit flavor. I mean, it tastes like mango, but there's just something wrong about it for me. But the heat coming up in the back end is nice. I'm going to go 6 out of 10 on this one. I'm going to keep it just legit. It's just above average. Am I going to get this again? No. Am I glad I bought this size bag and not the bigger ones that I've been seeing? Absolutely. But I am not going to get this one again, guys. I mean, I love the packaging. Obviously, Lay's knows what they're doing. Every year, they're always excelling with trying to change the game with these flavors, but I am not feeling this particular one. I think it's a little too strong. The chili should be, usually the first name or the first word in these titles is going to be the dominant flavor. I'm not getting chili as the dominant flavor. Mango is. But again, this is kind of reversed because look at the size of mango compared to chili. It's like they want you to go like pow in your face. It's going to be mango and then you have chili. But I'm not really feeling this one. So just above average on this one here, guys. 6 out of 10. I mean, I think it's kind of generous considering my experience with these in the past, but not a super fan of that whatsoever. All right. We'll keep that one off to the side. Actually, let me put that one right over here. All right. Summer BLT, wavy jerk chicken. We need to see a tomato or a chicken head. Which one do you guys want to see next? A chicken head or a tomato? Chicken head or a tomato? Let's see what we're going to see here in the chat. Let's see. Cinephile Davis, you'll have to try the pineapple habanero Pringles. Did that one actually last week. Check out the playlist, the live stream replays playlist here on the channel, for sure. Sonic Jet, what's going on, my friend? Thanks so much for jumping on. I'm trying to catch up with some of the stuff here on the chat. I always go back and when I rewatch these, when I'm chopping them together to put this out the next day, because I'm adding things to it, and obviously, you know, there are things that I can do on YouTube on the back end. So I like kind of seeing what the chat is, what you guys are writing over here. Erna, do you know LA Beast? I don't know him personally, but I definitely know of him for sure. See, the flavors of the others aren't as strong according to Drew. Okay, we'll have to see. All right, so they're coming through here. So it looks like we've got chicken. Let's see, Ipon Noobs is an alien. So it looks like, I guess, is it chickens? Because I'm not seeing too many other emojis here. I think it's gonna have to be the chicken one so far. I'll wait like another 10 seconds and see if we get a flurry. Sonic, yes, Arby's went out on Alhambra. I know it's gonna become a Jollibee. All right, Shelly G is giving me vibes that she's not a fan of the jerk chicken. We'll have to see what happens with this one. All right, so it looks like it's going to be the jerk chicken one. So let's get into it. Wavy action with this one here. So naturally, chicken seasoning with these ridges. Let's see how this goes over here. But it says little combinations. This one here, bring a little island flavor to your backyard. There's traditional spicy, sweet, and smoky jerk flavor in every bag. Let's see. I like actually the packaging. These look really cool. They're very striking and they really stand out compared to some of the other stuff they've done. Typically, if you guys know, Lay's, they usually have like the one dominant thing that they're trying to give you the flavor of, like right here under the logo. And they have all this dead space around the package. This one, they're really selling it this time for these limited summer flavors here. So let's give this a shot. Sammy says the best Lay's are the salt and vinegar, sour cream, and onion. Okay. Anything sour cream and onion chips is actually a pretty banging situation, I gotta be honest. So, Sonic Jet, yes, Jollibee sounds good, but don't remove Arby's, agreed. The next closest one is over in Hollywood, Sonic, and I think you know that off of Sunset. So I'm like, you know, I think those days of doing those reviews are definitely over for now, unless I happen to be in the area, for sure. All right, Pollo Loco from Annette Cervantes here, the crazy chicken. I know that counts as an emoji. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. That's awesome. All right, so here we go. Jerk chicken. Wavy action right over here. And you guys have the look. Obviously, this is a $1.99 bag with hardly anything in it. Still no buenos. Oh, man, there's like nothing in this bag. I don't know if this even does it justice. I mean, on the very bottom, but... Oh. Why does... I don't know why that smells wrong to me for some reason. I guess that's like a chicken seasoning, but it just smells like, man, I'm like not fresh. Can't explain it anything better than that. I don't know, but here we go. Let's see how this is over here. The ridges, the seasoning, you can kind of see it's loaded up pretty nice. So let's give this a shot, guys. The wavy jerk chicken. Summer flavor limited for Lay's. Let's try it. The spice is heavy on it. There's a hint of like chicken broth. Now a little bit of heat is coming up, but this doesn't taste fresh for some reason. The combination of what's in this, Drew, the jerk is pungent aroma. Well, it's definitely a pungent chip, but it's an overwhelming type of sensation, if I can say it that way. Man, it's marginally better than the other one. Would I get this over the other? Absolutely. But it starts off like it's trying to have like a lot of flavor. Here's a big one over here. This one is seasoned heavy. So I'm going to try and hopefully this one's going to deliver the goods even more so. But it is pungent. I'll give you that, Drew. It is. But it doesn't taste fresh to me. It just, I don't want to say it's like garbage on a hot day or that pungent aroma. But I'm getting a vibe that's probably just going to destroy this review right now because of what I just said. But it really, it's like that. If I can say it that way, and I just did, but let's just try this again. It's too heavy on the seasoning, where it's like overwhelming. Almost tastes like a little bit of basil, but, well, I'm gonna go 7 out of 10 on this one. It's marginally better than the other. Guys, which leaves the summer BLT. And honestly, these are not, they're not doing it for me. These are not doing it for me. I love the packaging. You guys know I'm a fan of marketing for these things. And they look great. they look really, really cool. I mean, look at that. They really do. They jump off the shelf, right? But the actual product is kind of boo-boo so far. So I'm not super thrilled with what I'm having here right now. Freddy Foodie King tastes like chicken. You already know. Poppy says he's, well, never trying. Looks like I'm not trying a hot, stinky chip. I don't think you would like it, Poppy. I really don't. I really don't. So there's a light chicken broth flavor to it. It's very, very light though. But the distinct flavors, I can't really kind of pick out anything above and beyond. The nice heat. I mean, it's got some nice heat. I mean, I'm kind of humming right now. The heat is there, but it's too strong with a little bit of hints of basil. I mean, it's trying to be a lot of different things, obviously. That one is definitely not working for me. So, guys, which leaves the Lay's variation of Summer BLT. Now, let's check this one out here in the back, because they got a little bit of a story for like each of these here. Let's see. A summertime picnic classic in chip form. Lettuce and tomato, my favorite. Yes. Yes. Wrapped in bacony goodness. Okay. All right. Well, naturally the BLT. I was kind of focusing on the lettuce and the tomato, but as you guys can see, we've got some bacon action right there. Take a look at that. Max, I heard in Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham Living Links that they have food where that is my color yellow, and it's yellow lamb chops and yellow mint sauce. Well, all right. Sammy, you think the chicken game at BK is strong? Yes, absolutely do. That spicy chicken sandwich, I'm telling you, that is my favorite. For sure. Nick, I've definitely seen South Park. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, if you're going to get any of the chickens over at BK, it's got to be the spicy variant. The other ones are okay, but that spicy one is awesome. It is very close to Popeyes in terms of size, and it really does a good job. It really does a good job. Let's see. E. Ricard, Ian loves maters. Appreciate that. Lance Wu, Chick-fil-A. Always a good sandwich. Always a good sandwich. All right, so let's get into this one here. I'm expecting this one to be obviously a lot more bacon flavor, because what can they do with tomato and lettuce, right? So this is going to be really interesting right now. You guys are going to get the first look. Another whack bag of hardly anything in it. Not worth the $2, clearly. By the way, this was gotten at CVS. 3 of these. I was actually on the hunt there looking for these. Couldn't find them anywhere else. All the other stores that I saw these at were the large bags. And I'm like, I don't want to get 3 large bags of this stuff, because if I don't like these, it is what it is, right? But when I saw that one of them was in this form, I'm like, okay, guaranteed there's going to be the other 2 in this package here. So as you guys can see, standard stuff. Wow. That, guys, no joke. I don't know if this is just my head playing with me right now, but this, like a fresh tomato when you cut it. That is a little strange to me right now, but there's essence of bacon though in this. I'm getting that strongly actually. So that's going to be interesting to see if this is going to simulate it. I mean, Lay's, obviously, they're calling this Summer BLT, right? So you already know, like I said earlier, the first name of the ingredient or whatever is going to be the main dominant flavor. I hope we don't have the sweat of summer as the first ingredient for this type of chip, but let's just try this real fast. Lay's limited edition flavor, a limited summer flavor. Summer BLT. Here we go. Let's peep this out. It is tomato. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Hang on. No. Nope. 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 I'm not even going to waste your time. 3 out of 10 on this one. And it's strictly because this is delivering tomato flavor to me right now. It's not playing with my head. I'm going to go for one more. This is... No. Nope. 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 Sorry. Wow. No, no. Man, I can't even tell you. I am so glad I did not spend $3 or $4 on the large versions of these. Wow. That is, I'm sorry. That is not good for me. That is not good for me whatsoever. All right, well, guys, honestly, the jerk chicken, it looks like it's going to take this one with the 7, I guess, is what we gave this one, right? So jerk chicken, even though that one is definitely above the mango right over here, at, I think, what, 6 I think I gave this one over here, and then you have the 3 with the summer BLT. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And only because I'm curious, we're going to do all 3 together, okay? So we're going to go jerk chicken, we're going to do chili mango, summer BLT on 3 different basura chips, if you want my honest opinion, because this is probably the worst set I have ever had from Lay's in a group. And this is unbelievable right now. These flavors are just whack. I am really surprised. I am really surprised. So, all right, we're going all 3, guys. Jerk chicken, the wavy jerk chicken. We've got the summer BLT, and obviously with the chili mango over here as well. This can hopefully be rectified by having all 3 together, okay, right now in a sandwich here. Let's give this a shot. It's the trifecta of the wackest summer flavors I have had yet from Lay's. And honestly, I say that very, very humbly right now because I love the products that Lay's put out. It's not unsponsored. Hashtag unsponsored with this. But these 3, no. Here we go. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Grab one of these. Man, I think we're on to something here. All right. One more time. All 3 together. Let's give it a shot again. That's the secret right there. They don't work individually. Put them together like Voltron, and that actually is a pretty nice combination. So, score of 6, 7, and 3. I don't want to say we have over a 10, 11, 13 chip or whatever like that, but it does take it to like an 8.2 in terms of just the overall, because you know what? A lot of the flavors are canceling each other out individually. What I wasn't liking about each of those isn't even tasteable, believe it or not, because it feels like a brand new thing. So all 3 together, I gotta say, this is actually not bad. And I believe me, I didn't cut my mouth, Tony, thankfully. I was worried about that, actually. But this works as a trifecta, okay? So if you happen to get these 3 together, and you decide to give this a shot together, it's much better all at one time. Poppy, if you give this a shot, you're going to try them individually if you're going to give them individual shots anyway. But together, this actually works. Believe it or not, it actually works all together. This tomato one is pretty whack. I'm probably not going to finish this at all for this. I don't like this one. It's probably one of the worst ones out of the group. But together, I mean, this could actually work. I guess they kind of cancel each other out. So not bad for what that is, guys. Not bad for what that is. But individually, that was a little bit of a bad investment on that one, at least. But, you know, it is what it is. You don't know how it's going to go when you review these things. They can go sideways. Sometimes it happens. It is what it is. And that's all there is to it there. So we'll have to see. Drew, Lay's chips power is activate when you combine and form Chiptron. Poppy, all right. Maybe I'll grab the other 2 from the gas station across the street. Do them together. I'm telling you, it's a different experience. It's kind of fun having it that way. Individually, no. Sorry. It's not my cup of tea. Let's see. Sonic, how about pastrami flavored chips? I would love to try that. I would definitely love to try that. I'll dump one bag into the other. Yes, Lord, that may be the way to do it. But definitely take like more than one at a time if you do that, just to be on the safe side. So yes. Lido Keaton. Yesterday was our 49th birthday. Who is Lido Keaton? Did I miss something here? Ed wanted me to say hello. Cool. Lido. I appreciate that. Shout outs. I hope you guys are celebrating over here right now. But yes, we sung happy birthday last week. For sure. That's awesome. Pringles has Reuben chips. Yes, 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 absolutely. May have to see about doing something like that too there. But I think for the next stream, I think we're going to move on from chips for a little while, if possible. Unless, you know, naturally there may be a separate review for the Wendy's Pringles if that comes about there. We'll have to see. Nashville hot flavor were your favorite. Yep. Best chips are the way Hawaiian barbecue from Ginger Fit. Absolutely. Yeah, there's some good stuff over there. You already know. Nothing screams summer like tomatoes from Annette. Yes, absolutely that. All right, guys, another live stream. Another chance to take a look at another little quickie haul. Obviously, you guys all know I'm a huge fan of Masters of the Universe. Taking a look at this week's latest. Take a look. Battle Armor He-Man. Actually, I don't know if I'm a fan of the new design of the head of what they're doing over here. They have the classic head right over here that this comes with because you can customize these things. But obviously, very cool looking. This one here, obviously, you hit the chest and it actually shows battle armor. I'm kind of reliving my childhood by collecting these things every so often. So this has been kind of fun to kind of check out. Just the very back. Take a look. Very cool. I cannot wait for the movie. Once they get started with it, it's going to be pretty awesome. Naturally, all the characters, just all this fun stuff here. This is always like a timeless design. Very, very cool stuff there as well. So Battle Armor He-Man, lots of fun to check out going up on the wall. I know I'm showing these guys off to you and you're like, why does he keep showing us these toys? Because it's a little bit of me, you know, right now. So I figured I'd have a little bit of fun with this right now. Billy Zen, gotta go. See you later. Stay frosty, my dude. I appreciate you, Fila. Thank you so much for jumping on. Good times indeed. And as you guys are all chatting away, last thing I will show you, Cinephile, got to try the Mexican street corn Cheetos, way better than those Lays. Yes, I'll be picking those up and we'll have to see about doing that. That may be one of the extra ones. We'll have to see about that as like a bonus review or something like that as well. Found Masters of the Universe 1 pound chocolate bar from Armando. Craziness, craziness. Well, what I found is the last thing of it, which I've been looking for this. This is a Target exclusive that is only available naturally at Target. And I instantly fell in love with the designs because if you guys know anything about these characters, these are who they look like before they became their most famous forms of Skeletor and Trapjaw. So this is exclusively through Target and the design and the detail is so amazing on these. This is something that I wanted to kind of show because I've been looking for this for a few months now. And again, very cool looking artwork to give you a design look. And as you can see, you can switch the heads out. These are not coming out of the boxes naturally, but it just looks really, really cool. And again, exclusive to Target. Finally found these. There were 6 of these on the shelf when I showed up. And I just happened to show up there just to kind of check out a couple of other things. Next thing I know, I see 6 of these on the shelf. And I was like, wow, I'm going to have to pick one of these up here real fast. And it just looks amazing right there. So The Rise of Evil, Dark Origins of 2 of Eternia's Evil Warriors. So lots of fun stuff right there. They look really cool in their pseudo-human form, I guess you can say. But really, really slick looking for sure. Lots of fun with that for sure. So very good stuff indeed. Yes, definitely going to watch the new animated He-Man show on Netflix. I've been watching all the trailers and everything coming out there. I'm telling you, I can't wait. Kevin Smith, you're doing it up there. I cannot wait to see what's going on. It's going to be awesome. Let's see here. My chat is moving. Just me out here. Looking great, dude. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you, Sherry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just got here. Been a screwy day. Good to see you. I'm telling you, it's been a crazy week for me also. Like I said, being decompressed from a headache, migraine, just a rough situation. Armando, how long have you been a fan of Masters of the Universe? Ever since I was a kid. I just haven't really kind of collected as I got older naturally, but now, you know, because I have the opportunity every so often, it just presents itself. I figured let me just try and update my stuff behind me here slightly and relive some of the things that I wasn't able to get as a kid, or too many of naturally there. My parents did actually get me a few things. I had Castle Grayskull. I had a lot of the characters then, which I'm sure are worth a lot of money. Tiffany Shields, I like She-Ra. Yes, they have that character, but that's an expensive one for some reason. Princess of Power, I remember that. Good times indeed. Drew says, Ian has the power. Glad you're feeling better. I am, E, I am. Like I said, I'm back into getting my stuff together, and this weekend, the review, actually, this replay will be up tomorrow, and then I plan on having the next piece of reviews out for this coming week. Most likely on Sunday, I'll probably start there just to kind of get it going. as well for you as well. Let's see here, going down the line. This will be for the animated show. Well, this is the Origins line, which is a little bit different. They have a whole other group of things coming out, or characters designed that are updated for that show, which is a whole separate thing. I'm not collecting those because I just literally, I'm already out of room completely as we speak, for sure. Tony, yes, I did check out Dame Drops' show, Fresh, Fried, and Crispy. They're really fun series with that. Similar to the Travel Channel variant there, but actually just more updated. It's kind of what I thought. But again, it's that signature Dame that I think we all know at the same time. But some awesome looking food. I mean, really, I mean, you can't fade the stuff that they showed in that. But lots of fun with that series, absolutely. Let's see. The new show on Netflix should be cool. I agree. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it. Yes, Erna, love Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we passed some milestones with that not that long ago in terms of when that premiered. I think, if I remember correctly with that. We'll have to see. Buzz, going for the Tiger Tail. I appreciate you. Thank you so much again, Buzz, for the Super Chat donation. And Felito Keaton for subscribing down below as well, too, that way. And Tiffany Shields, in effect, and Andrew, and Sammy's Wendy's. Everyone who may actually already have on PayPal, too, which I'll be able to check after the fact. Thank you so much for that. But Buzz, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the support of the channel greatly, my friend. Thank you. Sonic, take care. Have a good one, for sure. As we round out the hour, guys, as we round out the hour. Believe it or not, today was actually one of my first real days kind of out, just kind of out and about, believe it or not. I had breakfast with the wifey. Take a look at my my story on IG. I'll take a look at from a place called Fox's. It was a really delicious breakfast spot. And that was actually really nice, for sure. I'm going to see if I can try and convince the wifey to go to Handles tonight. Maybe get a little ice cream or just something kind of light. Just to get some air, believe it or not, because it seems like it's a little bit cooler tonight, and I would like to kind of get out for a little while, believe it or not. So according to this, it says it is about 70 degrees right now. Real feel 72. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Let's see, Erna, June 11th it came out. Okay, 35 years ago. Can you believe it? Yes, I thought I saw something on Twitter from I Love the 80s or something like that, where it was like that, for sure. Anthony Guzman, what's your favorite fast food mac and cheese? I'm curious. You know, it was actually Church's for a while, believe it or not. Take a look at my Church's playlist there. I have a few reviews where I've actually had the mac and cheese in it. But the Chick-fil-A one is banging. That one is an amazing situation, although El Pollo Loco is actually not bad. But the Chick-fil-A one, because it's got that crusted Romano action, it basically enlightens the whole thing. I mean, it really is good. That hack that I put together, that was a TikTok thing, I believe, which was buffalo chicken and chicken and then like the buffalo sauce together in one. Lovely situation on that also. Really good. Perfect day for ice cream, says scoutrush.com. I agree. Or frozen yogurt, depending. Let's see, I just withdrew, went to Walmart with no mask. I'm still wearing mine, even though I'm fully vaccinated, even still. At the moment for E, it is 75. Okay, I'm telling you, you know, it's 9 o'clock, but it almost feels like the sun has barely gone down. So ridiculous. Who knows what happens? And that says Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is, yep, it is. Those emojis, it's awesome. Scott, it's 84 where you're at right now. Man, that was like 84 at like 7 this morning for us here. I mean, it's like a pit. It really is. It really is. Which fast food makes the best chicken tenders? Oh, wow. That's a rough one. I like Jack in the Box's chicken tenders, I got to admit, because they're really the true fast foody type of stuff. Chick-fil-A, it's not, they're good. I reviewed them, but naturally, wow, that's tough. That's tough. The BK ones were good when they had those tenders, when they had those out as well, too, that way. But Wendy's is pretty good for their nugs, but then again, you're looking for straight tenders. I'm going to have to go Jack. I'm going to have to go Jack in the Box, believe it or not. I mean, nothing against like the chicken tenders from McDonald's, but those are like the promotional ones. They don't have anything permanently on the menu. So I'm probably going to go Jack for right now. Let's see here. Ron Santos, subscribe. Welcome. Guys, just so you know also, this just hit me right now too, because I just looked at this for a quick second on my page here real fast. We are over 34,000 subscribers, guys, which is insane. Insane. It is just literally just now we're past the 33,000 foothold all the way. Now it's 34,000 plus. So guys, thank you so much. I wanted to just say a huge shout out and thank you to each and every one of you guys. I love all of you guys. If you're catching this on the replay, if you didn't have a chance to say it live, Just know that my heart is in the right place for you. Absolutely, you guys are making the world go round. Even though they say most of the views for your channel comes from people who aren't subscribed to your channel, it's nice to see that we have a huge block of amazing people who are subscribed, and it just kind of validates the fact that what we're doing here is definitely a blast for you guys who are enjoying it. And I have so much fun putting this stuff together for you guys. So guys, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, it's crazy. Over 34,000 subs. It's insane. And honestly, it's just happened today too, right here as we're going to be doing this, which is awesome. So really, really great stuff there. Mr. Drummings, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Yes, Dom, my Panera has had broccoli cheddar mac for a while. I've had it. It's just okay. It's just all right. I thought about a review, but it's just okay for me. Just okay. Erna, you're the best. I appreciate you. You guys are the best. You guys have choices when it comes to content here on the channels on YouTube, and I'm glad you guys make my my channel one of the rounds naturally, so thank you so much for that. Sebas, I hope you're feeling better. No more headaches, no bueno. First day of summer already. Sounds like it's getting warm already. Yes, the heat is no joke. Armando, yes, mozzarella sticks, absolutely. Absolutely. I've kind of been into watching mukbangs lately where there's a lot of like noodles being eaten, stuff being dipped in cheese, and all kinds of crazy stuff. I may have to do something like that as just an experiment one day, just to kind of satisfy my curiosity. That may be kind of fun. Not say a single word and have some really delicious stuff where stuff is being dipped in the cheese and then the video cuts or something like that. Maybe one of these days. Just one time, because that is not good for you at all, clearly. ScottRush.com, thank you so much. Congrats on 34K. Drew, closing in on that 50K Subway review. I thought we settled on 100K for that, Drew. I thought that's what was done. Poppy Eats, we need an Ian mukbang. That may be a tag team thing that we may have to do, Poppy. Who knows? That may be kind of interesting. I've been seeing a lot of these videos lately, literally on my IG also in the search. There's a lot of stuff that I've been seeing. A lot of people eating a lot of ramen noodles, a lot of like cheese, mozzarella sticks, you know, dipped in like, you know, cheddar cheese, these big vats of cheddar cheese and all that stuff as well. And guys, before I forget, let me get a huge bunch of prayer hands here in the chat for RDR Food Reviews, who just had surgery currently right now. I don't want to go further too into it there, but if you guys follow him on IG, all that stuff will be there. But he's okay. Everything is good. I saw a post that he put up when I was going through what I was going through, and I quickly sent them a message there wishing him well. But if you guys can put some prayer hands up for RDR Food Reviews, Robert Del Rio, I greatly appreciate that. Any type of surgery of any type that requires you to be put out completely is never a good thing. So naturally, believe me, I know. But at the same time, shout outs to RDR Food Reviews right now. And if he's watching this right now, just know that you are loved immensely. You are definitely one of the major contributors of good positivity here in the community right now. And shout outs to you, RDR. If you're catching this on the replay, send this over to him and let him know that that Ian K said what's up, because naturally we want to make sure that everyone is as good as they can possibly be, creating the content that makes a difference for them, which in terms makes a difference for you guys. That's always a positive thing right there, for sure. So shout outs to RDR Food Reviews. Quick, speedy recovery to you, for sure. Derek, have you seen? I'm looking at here is 2 million subs, and he makes videos about making Subway sandwiches. I have not seen that, but that's crazy to even read out loud. Erna, yes, love the Karate Kid. Which one is the best? The first one, of course. Second one was all right, and the third one was just for the cash grab, and it was great to see some returning characters naturally. But naturally, Cobra Kai is the bomb. The Trips, thanks so much for jumping on. I'm sorry if I missed you earlier. Thanks so much for being on here right now. Absolutely. We got plenty of prayer hands for RDR Food Reviews in effect here right now. Yes, RDR is good people, absolutely. Really just celebrates just enjoying life and having a good time, you know, with his lady love and just in all that stuff there. What more could you really ask for? Seriously. Favorite salad dressing? Probably going to be Thousand Island for me, Ryan. And yes, I've tried the jumbo egg rolls, absolutely, over Jack in the Box. Of course, again, plug that into a search field on YouTube with Peep after it, and you'll probably see them come up. That was reviewed a few months back, actually. They were, you know, obviously the jumbo ones, but definitely a banging situation right there. All right, last couple over here before we round it out. Mr. Drummings, those deep fried pork belly ASMRs are nuts. Yes, you need to watch at least what I've seen a bunch of them where they have like a bunch of pork pieces on skewers that they're dipping into these big things of like cheddar cheese sauce. And I get so engrossed watching that stuff. There's a couple of Asian dudes that eat just a gargantuan amount of food. I mean, burgers dipped into these things. It is crazy. crazy, crazy, crazy in terms of what goes on in those things there. And then they're like bone thin at the same time. I can only imagine how much cardio they do after one of these things, because it's literally like a mountain of food. It's all gone by the time the video is over. It's crazy. It really is crazy. So good times with that. So we'll have to see. That'd be something kind of fun to do for sure right there. All right, Ryan, thanks so much. Yes, I am going to be ending. We've been on for about an hour right now. I'm probably going to see if I can get some ice cream with the wifey for sure and spend a little bit of time for that. But like I said, I was so looking forward to seeing you guys tonight. Absolutely. Like I said, after this week, which has been just horrendous for me physically, I really feel, like I said, more decompressed, that feeling of like, you know, after a really bad headache and your vision is kind of like, you know, at the same time, it's kind of what I've been like right now. But the videos come back up obviously this weekend. Naturally, happy Father's Day to all the amazing peeps out there, all the fathers to be, all that as well. Can celebrate this weekend. Have a very great happy Father's Day indeed as well. And E-Ricard is thanking everyone for stopping as well. I appreciate that. What flavor ice cream? You know what? I'm always a fan of cookies and cream. Maybe chocolate cookie dough or something along those lines too, which is kind of fun. But I have to be careful naturally because of how it kind of affects me. So I have to see. The wifey, naturally, they haven't, somebody mentioned something about an horchata flavor. And I think that was last week. I can't remember who it was last week, but I'm sure it's going to come back to haunt me here. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Have you seen it? I don't know what the name of one of them is, but there's like this main 2 or 3 that are just literally eating lots of cheese dip food. I don't know the names offhand. I don't look that closely. All I know is I just can't believe how much of the noodles with the chopsticks and how much is being inhaled at the same time. But you know, it's just not a serious situation unless you've got a 4-pound tub of cheddar cheese sauce next to you. I get crazy hungry every time I watch it. So I guess they're doing their job, right? I mean, that's the whole point of it. So it's really cool. I got to admit. Derek Levesque is lame because he likes vanilla, plain vanilla. I'm like 80 years old. That's awesome. That's awesome. Surf Ninjas, that's a classic film way back in the day, Ginger Fit. Wow. I think I remember the poster on that one where I think they had like a whole bunch of ninjas on surfboards or something like that. It's craziness. Nikocado Avocado. I know who that is. It's not him. That guy's a little too much for me. That's not my forte. But cool character, naturally. You know, God bless him doing what he's doing, and he's loving doing it. So it is what it is with that. All right, guys, thank you so much for jumping on here right now. Let me jump on over really quickly here to my main screen. There we go. This was a lot of fun tonight. And again, you know, the chip selection, it is what it is. I'm going to see about doing something different. If I do get into, I know exactly where that Cheetos street corn is. So I'll probably pick that up during the week, and then we'll do that as like a bonus for next week just to kind of spoil it for you. If I find that again, if they haven't run out of it, I'll give that a shot. But there will be something, obviously, I'll work on getting something a little different for the review for next week. I want to have at least one thing, and then obviously if it's a bonus, in this case, you know what it's going to be. That should be kind of fun. And then we'll see what happens over here. Cinephile, Ian's going to try a mukbang and become the next Nikocado. You know, given my age and that type of thing, if I do something like that, that would be like a once a month thing, because I know my workout pattern, my routine, and seeing how much they inhale, that's crazy to me. That's just crazy to me. So we'll have to see what's up right now. But obviously, guys, thanks so much for jumping on. Annette Cervantes is saying good night to everybody as well. Love all the emojis. You guys are amazing. You guys all know you make the channel what it is. I just create content for it that I think you're going to like, that I enjoy producing. And obviously, 34,000 plus of you are into it right now, which is crazy. And guys, again, I can't thank you enough for that. I really cannot thank you enough for it. We'll have to see what it is. Have you seen got a chance to try the Jack in the Box Mega Mac and Cheese Bites? Really enjoyed them, but sadly I don't think they're selling them. Yeah, they're not there. Everything is gone with that. So we'll have to see what happens if they bring those back. Those were good. Those were really good. I enjoyed reviewing those. They were really, really good. So guys, Drew is saying stay frosty. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for jumping on. And to all of you guys, thank you for making my channel your stop for tonight. Again, the replay will be available 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, which is Saturday the 19th, which is crazy to think about. If I'm not mistaken, I think the original Batman 1989 came out June 19th, I think, way back in 89. I could be wrong with that. I could be wrong. For some reason, that jumped into my head here right now. But it is what it is right now. So guys, with that, again, the replay will be up, and most likely the next video I'll have out probably on Father's Day, because I think what you're going to see may fit at the same time. Nathan, thanks so much for subscribing right up over here. I appreciate that greatly. Did KFC get rid of Georgia Gold chicken? Yes, I believe the actual flavoring they got rid of for that. I think they simplified that, and that was one of the ones that went a few months back. Batman is definitely the best. June 23rd, 1989, Lord. Okay. It's one of those things. I don't know. I have my Batman Begins poster up over here, but for some reason I was thinking the 1989 one. Roadhouse was great from Drifter Nomad. Drifter, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. All right. And also to Mi Familia, to Mama Peeps, who I did not mention in the very beginning, who hopefully she got her internet working correctly. Moms, I love you. I hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. Yes, I know it was chips once again, but I needed to do these because I just needed to get this out of my system. So shout out to Tiffany Shields for subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being part of the group, part of the story that is Peep This Out Reviews. Over 34,000 plus strong and growing all throughout the hour, as you guys are seeing here, which is just an amazing thing. It really humbles me to see this at the same time. So guys, with that, Poppy is saying, bro, we have, it's like I don't want to go real quick. Nathan, do you play games? Every so often. Every so often. Shout outs to Mama Peeps from Tony A. Absolutely. All right. Very cool. Very cool. Guys, again, I'm going to stay into the chat here as long as I possibly can before it times out. But again, thank you so much for jumping on. The replay at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Watch for the next review, most likely on Sunday at 12 p.m. And we'll get back on schedule at the same time. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Shout outs to RDR Food Reviews. Get well soon. You're already on the road to recovery because every minute past the procedure that you've had is a step moving towards where you need to be. So putting out those prayer hands for RDR, absolutely there, absolutely. All right, guys, with that, this is Ian K officially closing the stream out for June 18th, 2021, guys. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why you stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, everybody. Good times. You stay frosty as well. Sebas, I appreciate that. You already know what it is. Nathan, I saw you subscribed. Absolutely. You had your name and lights over here and down below. Immortalized here on the channel. Share the channel with your peeps. It's a grassroots effort. It's growing organically. And again, lots of fun creating content for you guys as always. So let me jump on over here to get ready to stop this. And again, I'll be in the chat as long as possible before it times out. But just know, somebody loves you over here on the West Coast, and it's definitely Ian K from Peep This Out Reviews. Shout outs to each and every one of you. Have an amazing weekend, a happy Father's Day. And with that, peace. I'm out.